Hey everybody, Luke back once again, this time to break down everything we know about the brand new, soon to be announced reportedly, Nintendo Switch Pro, or depending on which rumor you listen to, it'll be called the Super Nintendo Switch. Kind of going back to the Super Nintendo from the early 90s. This is rumors right now, but they're starting to come fast, and we've had about a year worth of hints and little rumors dropping here and little tips and tricks that suggest there'll be a new Nintendo Switch in the works. The timing's about right for it. We're going to break down everything we know and let you know what you can expect. First though, if you're new here, do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. It really does help us because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here as we break down everything happening in the world of gaming, especially with gaming rumors like this one, news, reviews, and so much more on this brand new channel we're launching. So do me a big favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. All right, so a lot of these rumors come from a few sources. I will put links, especially over to Reddit. They have a great breakdown of everything. But we've been digging around trying to find out what's the most credible rumors related to the new Nintendo Switch Pro, as most people have been calling it. Now, it would not surprise me at all if a lot of this changes, but it seems like this is pretty much what we should expect from this. Starting off with 4K support. Now the PS4, Xbox One, and more have supported 4K for a while. Now Nintendo's reportedly looking to launch their own 4K gaming system, which will be the Nintendo Switch Pro. Now currently the Nintendo Switch offers 1080p when docked to a TV or 720p as a handheld. Not sure if 4K will be in the handheld version, but we will have to wait and see. There are rumors that there will be a larger screen on it, and for the built-in gaming system on the go, and offer a more powerful processing and RAM support, which should help gaming look a lot better, load faster, and be able to handle more complex games out there. When you look at the raw power of the Nintendo Switch, it's not bad, but it's definitely no PS5 to take a look at it. Now with an improved system here, it raises a question about battery life. A larger screen often means shorter batteries, and there's a lot of debate if this new system will include a larger battery, making the system overall slightly larger, slightly heavier, but in exchange for a longer battery life. We're going to have to wait and see. Now, what will it be named? It does seem that the initial project name for this was the Nintendo Switch Pro, and they're looking to develop it very similar to the Wii U. So it's the next generation of the Switch, not necessarily a revolutionary change, much like how the Wii U was more powerful than the Wii, but it wasn't a complete replacement of the Wii. It was the next step in gaming, where the Switch was a huge leap from the Wii to the Switch, was a big jump in gaming. It seems to be more about offering a more powerful system, better screen, better graphics, and better maybe internal memory and more. Though it seems that recent rumors are starting to point to the actual product launch name being the Super Nintendo Switch, as Nintendo looks back to the Super Nintendo, which followed the gaming system that made them a household name, the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, that could be a very good marketing move for them. Maybe a little confusing for some, but I think many gamers would instantly get the idea that, the Super Nintendo followed the Nintendo, and the Super Nintendo Switch will follow the Switch as the next gaming system. And I would probably put my money more on the Super Nintendo Switch out there as the name than the Pro version, though that's possible. It just doesn't seem very Nintendo to call it the Nintendo Switch Pro, to be honest with you. They usually don't go into those kind of naming conventions. We'll see. Now, for graphics, one of the big selling points here is probably going to be the DLSS or maybe the DLSS 2.0. So what is that? That means that the Nintendo Switch will reportedly be able to upscale games not made for 4K into 4K without losing graphics or the appearance of the game. This will allow you to take maybe older Switch games, play them in 4K, and make them beautiful. Now, release dates are unknown, though there have been reports that many of the big games Nintendo's working on have been delayed to come out after the Nintendo Switch Pro or Super Nintendo Switch. Now, we're looking at probably a holiday 2021 release or 2022 right now. It could come out sooner than the holiday season, but it seems like Nintendo is prepping this for another major holiday season. With PS5 and the new Xbox coming out last year, Nintendo may not have wanted to compete with that head-to-head. So now Nintendo is looking at maybe a 2021 or 2022 release date. A lot of that may come down to supply issues. Again, some of the key components for gaming systems have been hard recently, not just because there's new game consoles out there, but because there's an overall shortage of many of the key parts out there in the market right now due to 2020 shutting down some factories and more. And we'll see how that plays out. But if I had to put my money on it, it would not surprise me for a 2021 release. But I think a 2022 may be more reasonable. Really, though, anything could happen at this point. Now, the pricing is a big question. It's been all over the boards. Currently, the basic model for the Nintendo Switch costs about $300 if you round up. Although you can often get better deals than that. The PS5 technically costs $400 for its base model. Now, I would be very shocked to find the Nintendo Switch Pro or Super Nintendo Switch to cost more than a PS5, even at its base level, but it wouldn't surprise me if they get very close. $379 maybe a price point we could be looking at? We'll see. It definitely will probably cost more than the current Nintendo Switch. The question is by how much, and will it be worth it? What features, what add-ons, and more will it offer? Some of the early reports have really pointed to a larger screen and the handheld version being a big part of it, the 4K and the upscaling being the other part, and the ability to have a slightly more powerful processor and slightly more powerful RAM in it. The one thing that really raises the question here is battery life. One of the big selling points for the Nintendo Switch is that it's an on-the-go game system. You're playing your game on your TV, you grab your system, throw it in your backpack, you play it on the bus, you play it on the plane, wherever you are. If the battery life is reduced on the Pro version, that may make it less entertaining to parents who are buying them for their kids for that car trip and more. We'll have to wait and see. So this raises the question, would you buy an upgraded Nintendo Switch Pro? Now, it's very likely that the new games won't come out for the older version. You may need that more powerful processor and more to play them. But the ability to have all the old games maybe upgrade to the new one is something they're really reportedly working on, much like how the Wii U supported older Wii games. We'll see how that plays out. So what would make you want to buy this? What price point would you be willing to pay? Would you pay up to $400? Would you pay more than a PS5 to get an increased powerful Nintendo Switch? Leave me a comment. Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're new here, do me a big favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. We try to break down all the rumors happening in the world of gaming, gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and so much more. This is a brand new channel I'm just launching, and we're trying to grow. Really thankful to all the new supporters. We've had a great first month of subscribers and views, so thank you for your support. We'll be back real soon with another video. Until then, take care, everybody.